Alright guys, on today's episode we got a package in from Polaris. We waited almost 2 months, 2.5 months to get this package. These are brand new canvas doors for our 2019 Polaris Ranger XP1000. The box itself is canvas doors, part number 2882902. If you guys want to pick up a set for yourself, there's 2 inside the box. Comes with a hardware kit. This is going to go on the Polaris to replace the old broken ones. Nice and cracked. Everything's broken and stuff. So we have this one. This side is cracked. Other side is punctured. The canvas, it's against the metal bars. So we're gonna replace them. We're gonna replace all the hinges and everything on the unit. It took 2.5 months because of all this COVID-19 stuff that's happening right now. So that's why the delay. But overall, they're great material. I do recommend them if you guys want to buy your own. Unboxing. Look at that. Brand new. Has the hole for the mechanism, for the locks. With everything, nice foam inserts, brand new glass on it. Solar surface on break. So that's one. All the packaging stuff. Two nice doors. All the packing paper. Flip the box upside down. Hardware kit. So inside is going to be hinges and all that stuff, all that good stuff. Hinges for the top and the bottom of the unit. You got all your bolts and stuff, your lock mechanisms for driver and passenger side. More the locking plates. Old doors. I'm using my impact gun and a 13mm thingy jiggy, whatever. Driver. 13mm driver. That's what I'm using. So it just takes 2 screws on top, 2 screws on the bottom. This is my passenger side old door. And it's all the hardware is down there that I removed. Okay, up. 2, there's a pen, there's that. So we got the bolts with a hinge for the top, for the rear. Lift the bed up. You got 2 more bolts here, 13mm. And stuff right here, 1, 2. Canting, impact. And that's it. Alright guys, we used the original box from doors, brand new doors. This is the driver's side door. We're gonna make some holes through the canvas for the mounting hardware. So I'm using a star screwdriver, blowtorch. I'm just melting them through the canvas, just marking the holes right in the middle. That's how I'm doing it instead of using a knife kind of thing. I think the blowtorch method is going to be a more cleaner look. a straight shot like that. Next hole. Straight shot like that. So I made 2 holes on this, the top hinge. There's gonna be 1 more bolt in the middle here. But first I'm gonna put the 2 bolts, put the hinge on, and then from the outside, I'll burn my way in for the 3rd bolt. Okay guys, first thing I'm gonna do the bottom hinge on the door. Inside the package, you get a green sticker hinge, and like part assembly is green or yellow and stuff. Yellow is gonna be for your driver's side. The green is gonna be passenger side. The same as the top hinge. So green we have driver passenger side. Yellow is for driver. Hinge, put the hinge underneath, and get our screws. So in the bag of screws, you're looking for that bolt with a flat head, because the head's going to be outside, and you're looking for a locking nut like that. So for the bottom one, you need 3 of each. Take 1 bolt, lift it, middle. One. Now I'm gonna put some thread lock on this one. You don't have to, but put thread lock, but I always like to. Put your knot down. Start it, leave it like that. Next bolt. Put it through, a little bit of Loctite. Next bolt. I'm doing everything hand tight for now, because once we mount the doors on their hinges and onto the vehicle, we're gonna tighten it for the final time, because you can still move them around. Okay guys, let's do the top hinge. So we got yellow top hinge. Thing. Just put it there for now. Parts bag, bolt bag. We're looking for 3 of each. With the locking nuts. And same thing. Take the flat one. Put it on top here, put it through the hole, wiggle, put some thread lock, little dab, pull, Okay. That's it. Take a bolt, shove it in there like that. Third bolt. Lift it up, flip it again. So now you got a bolt way down there. All right, next step is the outside of the vehicle hinges. So this L-shaped hinge is going to be your bottom one, yellow representing driver's side, and this one, the little one, is going to be your top hinge on driver's side. To do this, you're looking for these guys, 13 mil nuts or bolts. So we got that. You're looking for 2 on top, 2 on bottom and stuff. And then for the top piece, you're looking for these nut inserts. They go for the top of driver and passenger side of the hinges. So I'm gonna take one of these. They already come, the bolts already come with thread lock on them, so you don't have to add any. That's the bottom hinge. It's your top. Okay, let's go to the unit. Okay, so bottom hinge, the spike facing up. Just place it like this. Put one bolt in here, another bolt in here. That's how that works. So that's one. Top one. So we're gonna use this bolt insert piece. Put it inside like that. Put this on top like that. You could hold it with 2 fingers like this. Start the top one. And then the bottom one. Stuff. So like that. So we're gonna leave it loose like this for now. And stuff. Leave it loose because when the door is going to sit on the hinges, then we'll align everything and then we'll hammer the top one down. The bottom one's already done. Okay guys, next step after installing the exterior hinges, on the instructions it says you're going to go after the latch assembly. So this is still the driver's side. Flip this thingy around like that. Like that. Okay, that's garbage. So the exterior hinges are these 2 in the package. Just open one up. So they're packaged so they don't get scratched. So look at that. Whoa, fancy, brand new. Nice and shiny. Let's see how long that's gonna last. So that's the locking mechanism. Look at that, like butter. The action is like butter. Once you go off-roading and a couple mud holes, yeah, that smooth action goes away quick. Okay, so we have that. Okay. First thing, okay, your car?
Yeah.
Out of the two assemblies, you're looking for the assembly, because this is driver's side, with the key emblem on the lock itself to be facing down. So when you go to open the door, you're like that. Okay. So we got this. We're gonna put on the lever itself with the mechanism. Got this little baggie with a bolt. So like that, like this. The bolt right there, like that. Clicks in. So now it's sitting like this. Right. I'm gonna put some thread lock on this one, on this bolt here. Screw. Okay. So we have a screw. Put it in there like that. Screwdriver star. Screw it down. Just hand tight, that's it. So that's the action. It like hits out the lock. Okay, so that's done. Next step, take this thing, put it inside. Next step is take your assembly, lift up the door, put it in like that. Wait, like that. Now you're going to be using your 8mm socket and these type of screws that come in the bag. So I'm going to be putting on some thread lock on them. Put that. Start this one. That's that, so it still moves around the assembly, up and down like that. Okay. Once that's done like that, nice and loose, so it still moves up and down. Next is your actual assembly that goes right here. I'm gonna put this door down. Now, okay. Again, in the box, you're gonna have two mechanisms in there, left and the right side. We're working on the driver's side, so driver's side is gonna take this one. So if you're looking at it straight ahead, so it's a little arm sticking on the left side of it, and your release is on the left side too. That. Take this. Easy. Put it like that. Get the mechanism for which side you're working on. We're working on the driver's side for now, so we're gonna put it on here like that. In the mystery bag of bolts and screws and washers, one washer that fell out. Gotta look for these Allen key bolts, screws, and 2 washers. Found an Allen key for it out of my tools. Nice rusted one kind of thing. What number? I don't know. It fits and it works. So put the washer on the bolt like that and like that. So we got 2 of them like this. We're gonna put some thread lock. I'm gonna hand tighten. So there's only 2 screws that hold this whole assembly in place. So I'll just do it by hand like that. Okay, next one. So you have your 2 screws. Assembly. Let's try to see if it works. So that's how the whole mechanism works, like that. So we're gonna use the Allen wrench a little bit just to tighten it a little bit more, just a little bit. Still loose enough to adjust. And that's it. Should be okay like that. It's in the middle. Okay, so that's done. Okay, next step is to set up the striker bracket to the chassis of the vehicle using 2 bolts and the lug. That's that. I'm gonna leave the original ones on my vehicle, but like in the mystery bag of bolts, there's those big huge lug nuts, locking nuts here, these 2 silver big huge ones, and you're going to be using these brackets. These brackets are going to mount to the unit itself, and that's it. So let's take this assembly to the unit and just mount it in place for now, and then we're going to start doing the adjustments. Okay. Okay, so the doors are in place for now, loosely. Before you do that, you're going to be installing this. So this is the plate, 2 bolts, and the locking lug there and stuff, the striker bar. So that's how it looks. In our situation, we're keeping it how it is. That's the old one. The new one we will not be installing. Okay. So we're just gonna leave that for now, and we're gonna go do the passenger side. So the same assembly, the bolts for the hinges, top and bottom, the locking mechanism, all this assembly, how you just watched. I'm gonna do the same thing off camera as well with the lock itself. That's it. Good stuff.
Okay.
Okay guys, I did this off screen, off video, because I gotta focus on aligning everything, not talking to a camera for some reason. So this is the finished product. When you guys are adjusting these doors, first thing you're gonna do is you hand tight these two bolts for the locking mechanism. You're gonna get a 11 mil driver, 8 mil, and your Allen key. That's for all the bolts of the inside of the frame of the doors. You're gonna get a second man or your wife to help you on this one. You need a second guy for this. You're gonna be sitting inside the unit, and your wife or your buddy is gonna be outside, and they're gonna press it until you hear the click. So the bar is engaged with the locking mechanism, and they have to just hold it in place like this. Inside, you're gonna take your 8 mil and you're gonna adjust all the locking mechanism here. Adjust that down, and then you're gonna adjust the 2 bolts for the bar that's sticking out on the bottom here. You're gonna like crank those down. After you do that, open the door, finish cranking on these 2. So I got mine all the way maxed outward. Crank those down to the maximum setting. Then inside here, you're gonna have these 3 and these 3 on the bottom for the hinges are gonna be loose. Those are gonna be loose. Again, jump into the unit, close the door, and screw this one down first, and one of the top ones here. You screw those down, and you should open the door, and then have your buddy push on the frame of the door, like inward, and then adjust the other 2 remaining bolts. Kind of thing. Crank them down. Take your Allen key for these 2 bolts, crank those down, and that's it. You're gonna be good. Close it. And then the last thing to do are these 2 bolts on the top hinge. The bottom hinge is already done from long before, so you're gonna crank these down, and it's gonna be max. This gap is gonna vary. Some are gonna be bigger, some are gonna be smaller. It depends how you adjusted your door to the frame of the vehicle. Every vehicle is different, blah, blah, blah. So when you close it, sometimes you're gonna have this end here, this corner of the metal bar of the frame, not sit flush. Like it's gonna stick out a little bit out, like a 1/4 inch and stuff. Simple fix, don't be afraid. Take your hand with your frame, your other hand here where the lock is, the lock mechanism, and just twist it like this. Like that. Simple, don't go crazy. And there we go. It's much better, sitting much more flush with the unit itself. And that's it, very simple. How to do it. So the same process goes for the passenger side too. So the adjusting part takes the longest out of the whole install. On the paperwork, on the manual, as the manual says, when installing the both doors, it's going to take 2 men 45 minutes to complete the whole job. Usually in this situation, it's going to take it 2 hours. You know, it depends, kind of thing. The most time consuming part of this whole install of the vinyl doors is the alignment of the doors closing, having a good seal against the frame of the unit, kind of thing. And that's it. But besides that, it's a great product. I like them. These are the old ones from the thing. They're all broken from off-roading, kind of thing. Off-roading, going through the swamps, flipping the thing, blah blah blah. So they're still good. The new ones are great. Another little thing, you're gonna start taking off all the stickers on the hinges. Kind of thing. Remember, green is for passenger, yellow is for driver. Once you do that, the thing is good to go. The last step would be taking your new keys. Taking your new keys, opening the package. They're both the same for driver and passenger side. Anything, take those and put it on your keychain for your unit, kind of thing. And it says so you don't lose them. And that's it. Old keys go inside the box here. And that's it. All right, guys. Well, hope you guys liked the video and stuff. A real quick video of installing doors. I don't see that many videos on YouTube how to do this stuff, kind of thing. And that's it. It's not how to. It's just how I did it. That's the video. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe to our video, to our channel and stuff. Well, you guys have a good day.